Since the creation of motion picture by Thomas Edison in 1892, the world has been fascinated by the role and beauty of cinema in society. Today's films are some of the most progressive and creative sources of entertainment in the world, always changing while also respecting its beginnings. Without this, our world wouldn't be what it is today. It is a new way of conveying emotion and ideals that people previously didn't know unless it was through a painting or a novel. Today, my name is Noah Beller, and I will inform you on the history of cinematography and how it has advanced and how it affects our society. So, to start out, let's talk of the history of cinema and a film as a whole. In 1892, Thomas Edison and W.K.L. Dixon came together to use their knowledge and create the first motion picture. It was a very simple design that, at the time, was revolutionary. First designs were just simple pictures that were viewed through a microscope as it turned. This was very slow, but it conveyed their ideas, and it allowed them to progress further and multiple other people to see this and go, maybe we can make something of this. It gave inspiration for many other people. This then turned into the invention of the kinetoscope with Dixon's help. They were first shown publicly in 1893, very short films, but they conveyed their general thoughts. Following year in 1894, the first Edison films were first exhibited to the public, and everyone went crazy, mainly because this was something no one had ever seen before. It was completely new. They were, instead of seeing just a random picture or paintings and just everything that was still, they were able to see real people, real ideas put onto a screen, and people who were able to convey emotions and ideas that no one had ever thought of before. It was a way that made it for people to connect to it. It made it easier for people. The first films were very short, 1 minute black and long shorts, which by the turn of the century grew to be several minutes long. I mean, by the time that the late 1900s came around, we had full hour-and-a-half, 2 hour long films, which compared to then, no one would have dreamed of. Everyone thought that would not have been possible. But this is where it started. Throughout the years, the film/cinematography industry has advanced tremendously. With the invention of cinematography came the constant need and desire for people to upgrade and develop better, more advanced techniques and equipment. With the invention of something in 1916 called Technicolor, we were able to, for the first time, incorporate the actual colors of the set pieces, the costumes, the people, into our piece. It made it to where you could visually see what's going on a lot easier. Everything was a lot clearer, and you could get an idea that you were truly there. Then, in 1939, there was the creation of something called sound in film. It was something completely new. Everyone had thought, oh, well, it's just silent. We can get the basic idea of what they're trying to do. But in a film called The Jazz Singer by Alan Crosland, he used sound and music to create new waves of emotion for the viewer. They were able to fully comprehend what's going on, and it made it easier for them to connect. If it was sad, there would be sad music playing, and with advancement in it, you could be able to hear them talking. You could hear the live recording of those actors on stage, which before there have been some narrations and stuff like that, but it never truly compared to what it is today. Excuse me. Through new technological advancements in film and motion pictures, there's grown an impact on society. As the use of cinema has increased and advanced over the years since its creation, it has affected all the society around it. It has created cultures almost. It has created cult followings. And as a personal cinema nerd and stuff, and a film lover, I can completely understand that. It's what I've grown up with. It has made me into what I am today. Without films that have inspired me and turned me into what I am today, I don't know where I would be. These cult followings and stuff have created cultures and societies just around them. It has brought people from all around the world together on one central idea and people. But altogether, all these things come together to create one major impact. It brings people together. It unites people. It gives people a better way of connecting with one another and getting an idea of what they want to be, what could happen, and it gives them new dreams. From 1892 to modern day cinematography, it's the main source of entertainment and growth within our world. I mean, with new cameras and stuff such as the rotating camera, we have been able to use those not just for cinematography, but we have been able to take cameras and use them for other stuff like medical stuff. We have been able to record actual medical processes and such to kind of help advance everything. Overall, cinema has grown to become a major player in people's lives, from its beginnings to its advancements, all the way to its impact. Today, films are still the most progressive and creative sources of entertainment in the world, always changing while also having to respect its beginnings. We always look back, how would they have thought of this? What would they have thought was possible? And who knew, with the creation of motion picture oh so long ago, we would turn out to become an influential part of society.